Hi, health advocates. There's nothing more than a wake-up call than being diagnosed with your first medical condition. For the mild diagnosis, it means a change in lifestyle, removing bad habits, or being tethered to medication for an indefinite amount of time. Whereas other diagnoses, it could mean the fight of your life. In today's video, I'm going to walk you and your family through the initial diagnosing visit and what to do up until the very next follow-up appointment. And if we haven't met before, hi, my name is Jennifer, and I'm the creator of the Patient Better program. Welcome to my channel. This channel was created for patients, families, and caregivers to learn how to manage care more independently. And if you haven't done so already, please share this video with someone that could benefit from watching, as well as click the subscribe button and ring the bell to be the first to get notified for the best tips and tools to become the most amazing health advocate on your care team. But first, let's do a little housekeeping. And if you haven't done so already, become familiar with Patient Better's 3 levels of education. Education level 1 is for the beginner. This first level is created for those who are new to self-managing. The beginner level focuses on the essential education, like learning the basics and building a solid foundation of healthcare industry knowledge. The beginner is designed for people who are pretty much healthy and are able to self-manage care on their own without any assistance. Some diagnosed examples include prediabetes, mild arthritis, or high blood pressure. And 2, which is the intermediate level, this level was created for people diagnosed with complex conditions that might require help from others throughout the occurrence. This level entails hands-on training for patients and caregivers for their at-home care teams, utilized by people with chronic condition management demands. Diagnosis examples include heart failure, Alzheimer's disease, cancer, Parkinson's, or any other major injury. Education level 3, the advanced level, is the level for education models number 1 and number 2, the beginning and intermediate, and is created for persons from mild to advanced levels of condition management with at-home care teams. The purpose of this level 3 is to maximize stay-at-home efforts for in-person and virtual medical office appointments. This level focuses on the skills that are needed for telemedicine for complex condition management and at-home team management training. In Part 1, Building Professional Partnerships. Article 1 walks you through the patients and caregivers partnership to build a solid foundation of what we will discuss next. Now, to get to the initial diagnosing to the follow-up appointment, you're going to take 3 steps. Step 1, you're going to group your diagnosed condition. The first thing you will need is your primary diagnosed condition, and there are 3 groups to self-management. Group L, which is lifetime management, Group C, which is chronic condition management, and Group T, which is transitional condition management. Now, Group L, the lifetime management, refers to those who put self-management into their lifestyle. Group L refers to the folks that are proactive and new to the task of health management. Group L examples will be identified as those who are able to maintain the mild condition that requires long-term management. Lifestyle management may be for ones who need ongoing treatment, such as asthma, Crohn's disease, or obesity. And these folks must have noticed that there is a need to take health managing to the next level and needed a health management program so that they can continue to independently manage care, as it has become too complex. Group C, the chronic condition management. Now, this group pertains to the individuals who have 2 or more mild to progressive chronic conditions and want to learn the administrative duties for more in-depth self-condition management. These health issues are typically non-aggressive, however, they remain relatively stable and may be reversed or go into remission throughout time, such as prediabetes, hypertension, COPD, or some mild cardiovascular issues. However, these conditions may also act as a precursor to more aggressive health conditions like stroke, epilepsy, or heart failure. Now, Group T, which is a transitional condition management level, these are where the mild to progressive chronic condition has moved into the advanced condition. Now, some examples would be stage 3 to stage 4 aggressive cancer, the aches and pains that turned into rheumatoid arthritis, or the dementia that turned into Alzheimer's disease. That one can prepare to incorporate contributors if the condition ever requires. These conditions typically demand intensive at-home caregiving management. These patients will then incorporate family members and others to learn how to collaborate a health management regimen. Those who suffer from these types of complex health conditions and have endured these severe illnesses find it extremely difficult to perform daily activities. Now, after you have grouped your chronic condition and where you best fit in, the second step is to decide which care model works best to meet your needs. There are two care models, the patient-centered care and the relationship-centered care, and I'll go on to explain more in detail as the two primary models that you can categorize yourself in. The first is patient-centered care model. And this is for the conditions where you think you can handle the condition entirely on your own. The patient-centered care model involves individual patients and their specific care demands. The Institute of Medicine defines patient-centered care as providing care that is respectful of and responsive to individual patient preferences, needs, and values. And in turn, the healthcare professionals will ensure that the patient's values guide all clinical decisions. Now, the relationship-centered care model is actually the patient-centered care model that is extended for at-home care teams that recognize the nature and quality of the relationships in healthcare influence the process and outcomes of the individual patient. For at-home care management participants, the relationship-centered care is founded upon 4 principles. Number 1, that relationships in healthcare ought to include all participants' influences in the patient's care. Number 2, that emotions and the backgrounds of the participants are also important components that could affect both the professional relationship as well as the patient's. Number 3, that all healthcare relationships occur in the context of reciprocal influence. And the 4th, that the formation and maintenance of both professional and personal relationships are valuable. Now, step 3, regardless of the diagnosis group and the category of which you fall on, have these health management documents ready to go with you to the follow-up appointment. Number 1, the calendar tool. Number 2, the contributor cover page, as well as number 3, the emergency room tool. I want to hear from all of you, as well as what you have done after being diagnosed and what you would want others to know from your experience, and put it in the comments section below. Remember, the comment section is created and by everyday people, so make sure that you do not disclose your diagnosis, as we do not support drug and device solicitations or provide medical advice. The tools that you will need from this video, notes, and continued learning suggestions are in the description box below as well. Now, thank you, you amazing health advocates, for being the absolute best part of Patient Better.